Am I the asshole? For not selling my house and getting a new one with my spouse? I have lived here for over 15 years and have a considerable amount of equity. It's a cute house, good neighborhood, and my payments with insurance and taxes is under 1K a month. My wife says she never felt this was her house, and wants to sell so we can get one together. Married 5 years. I am reluctant to sell because the housing market is crap and we would be paying almost double for something similar. Also, I see it as a nest egg for when we retire. We can sell it and live off the profits for retirement. I have told her we can make whatever changes she would like in order for her to feel more at home, but she's not come up with any ideas. So, am I the asshole? For not wanting to sell? Not the asshole. Remodeling is reasonable. Can you work towards setting aside money to buy a second home, Maine or vacation? If Maine, then you could rent this one. Depends on your finances, but yes, this isn't a time to sell if you have a good interest rate. You'll probably double your mortgage payments with interest rates being what they are. Your offer to redecorate or remodel is more reasonable. Nah. It's understandable that she wants to live in a place where she's had some say in it. However, in this economy. 30 years ago, my bestie moved into her husband's house that he had since his previous marriage. She has never been able to remodel in any fashion. It's his house. I totally get where your wife is coming from. It's not hers. It doesn't feel like hers. I'm in a similar situation as your wife. But I'd never asked my wife to sell. Our neighborhood is good, payment low, and good equity, and lets us do the traveling and such that we enjoy, since our house payment is so cheap. Not the asshole. Nah. I absolutely understand where your wife is coming from. I would not want to make a mutual home from something my partner chose by themselves, bought themselves, and I moved into. I'm guessing her name isn't on the title as well, which might make her feel insecure about her own future. That being said, you're right that the housing market completely stinks right now. Not the asshole. You would be crazy to sell right now. You do call it my house. In there anything that makes her feel that it isn't her home, too? Nah. You both have valid concerns. How about offering to sell half of the house to her? If she doesn't have the cash, you could work with a lawyer to draw up a contract where she'd be paying 100 of the mortgage for as long as it takes for your stakes to be equal. And in case of divorce, she'd walk away with a stake commensurate with what she contributed up to that point. Not the asshole. Why not invest in a vacation home together so that she can own a house? Not the asshole. It's being smart financially. Set up appointment for both of you with an accountant financial advisor and present your quandary. Listen to the advice, encourage her to follow suit. Her emotions are valid. She might just feel unheard. Having a third party that you select together weigh in can be a powerful thing. Reddit is not this third party, happy cat face. Under 1K a month with taxes and insurance is ridiculously cheap nowadays. You're not the asshole. And frankly, she's being a bit unreasonable. Lol, she's just looking to get 50 of your equity. Not the asshole, and don't do it. Your marriage, that's over? Not the asshole. The housing market is pretty bad and it wouldn't be a good idea to try to buy anything else. I think your remodeling suggestion is a good one. Nah. Both understandable points of view. Try to talk to your wife and find a compromise that works for her. If she doesn't already, then suggest that she takes joint ownership of the house. If it's in your budget, then you could also consider some remodeling or changes to the floor plan of the house. Not the asshole. Don't sell your house. You shouldn't even have moved her in there in the first place. You should have rented it out and bought something separate together that you could live in. Then it would have remained a premarital asset. Not the asshole. Not with the current market as it is for sure, and, even if it wasn't this bad, you still wouldn't be the not the asshole as long as that wouldn't affect your ability to pay your half of the new place. Oh Lord. Financially that is a horrible idea. Question: did you live in the house with another wife partner at any time? Have you let your wife have free reign over decorating the house so she is reflected in the house? But Lord, selling and rebuying right now is a horrible idea. Not the asshole. You need to say this: are you crazy? Have you seen mortgage rates right now? Anyone signing up for a new mortgage is going to be paying through the nose for at least a couple of years. I work for a big organization. I've seen the treasury management forecasts. Savings rates, on the other hand, are spectacular. Not the asshole. Anyone would be stupid to sell in this market without already owning something else. Stick to your guns. Tough shit on her part unless she wants to make the money to buy a different house. I would just tell her that when she brings in the bucks then. Not the asshole. Selling a house with a decent mortgage rate to buy a new one because feelings is ridiculous. If she pushes, tell her she is free to buy her own. So she doesn't feel comfortable to feel like it's her house but comfortable in it to tell you to sell. I wouldn't try and sell something that wasn't mine. Nata. Do not sell premarital property. She could be wanting a new house to keep for her and her boyfriend when she divorces you. In this market, not selling is the smartest thing by far. Little upside to jumping now. Not the asshole. She's probably looking to get the new house under her name so she can have something when she divorces you. That's why she wants you to buy a new house. Not the asshole. You have a great deal and no reason to upset that. You could buy something else and rent that out for a profit, but with the interest rate you have from comments you'd be guaranteed a worse rate by a significant margin. However, if you turn it into a rental and get market rate, you could both keep it and turn a profit, enhancing your nest egg. Remodeling is a good option that you already mentioned. Good luck. Not the asshole. For one, the housing market right now is crap. It's not a time to buy. Next, you shouldn't sell at all. If the market settles and interest rates get more reasonable, if you choose to buy something else, rent out this house so that it remains a nest egg for your retirement. Not the asshole. Do not sell your house. It's an awful idea in this market. Remodel and keep your low payment. It's a blessing to have a low payment. It's a fucking trap, man. Don't do it. Tell her you'll buy a second house together if she wants to move so bad. Not the asshole. If your wife can't articulate why she doesn't want to live there anymore other than with a bullshit reason, I would say hard no. The housing market is terrible at the moment. After 5 years, she still doesn't feel like it's her house. I think she just wants to be on the deed, and I wonder why. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. There is no way I would be voluntarily entering the housing market right now if I already had a perfectly good house. She's emotional about a business decision. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. I have a separate home from my boyfriend. When we marry, I will keep my home and he will keep his. One of us will use our non-lived-in property as a rental. If we ever decide to sell, we will sell both and purchase together, but never in a housing market like exists today. Remodeling is a good option. She wants you to sell because if you get divorced she will have no claim to your current property. If you sell and buy a new house it will be considered a marital asset and she will own half. Not the asshole. Sounds like she wants a financial stake in case the marriage doesn't work out. That's kind of a reasonable ask from her point of view, but still a poor financial decision to sell. Not the asshole. She's being unrealistic about a solvable problem. You've offered a reasonable solution. Her plan would harm you financially in a significant way. You're the asshole. See post history. Not the asshole. Nah. Not the asshole. Methinks she wants to be able to get 50 of the house if she divorced you. Right now she can't since you bought the house and paid it off before she came into the picture. Once you buy new house, 50 of it goes to her in a divorce. Not the asshole. Get a therapist and a lawyer ready.